All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Wahara Kakwarash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you to be. It's your brother Hawaii. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens. Who spirit bear witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah God, Yahweh. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or as a Christ, so Yeshua. So I got a quick lesson. Any of the preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit, whether you believe it or not. And I was, when it comes down to Legion was an individual stuff who was possessed with demons. You know what I'm saying? But he was aware. He had demonic power. You know what I'm saying? He was super, super strong. You know what I'm saying? You know, no man can bind him, right? And, you know, but he was aware. It wasn't like you black out and they take over your conscience and whatnot. No, he was aware, but he was filled with demons. And you have a lot of people out here who are filled with demons. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And they get moved by Satan. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And you know, you see the person and whatnot and stuff, but we're not necessarily going against them. You know, we're going against we're fighting. It's a battle of spirits. You know what I'm saying? Not the battle of the flesh, even though a fleshly battle and stuff can happen. You see, right? So I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna start off. This Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. It says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord." It says, "And in the power of his might." It says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, Bashim Yashad, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." You know what I'm saying? And wiles goes into trickery. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're coming in a time, and stuff where uh, uh, we're coming in a time where uh, 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 the demons, well, the demons are already increasing. You know what I'm saying? You say anything spiritual and whatnot, or you do anything spiritual, guess what happens and stuff, you know, whoever's wicked or got demons on them and stuff, they're not liking it. You see? They're not liking it at all. It bothers them. You know what I'm saying, right? Because they have a low level spirit. If your spirit is more demonic, now if your spirit is more demonic, and whatnot and stuff, you know, somebody who has, you pretty much you're on low vibration. Now the ones who seek after righteousness, the hope to be the hopeful that's written in the book of life, what's going to happen is that their vibration and stuff is going to be stronger. You know what I'm saying? You know, and to the point where uh, uh, it's like, uh, to the point where they're fearful of us. And what's the now you're gonna have some, it's like, man, I ain't scared. It ain't about that. It's just that they're gonna feel something and stuff when it comes down to their spirit. It's gonna come down to somebody who seek out the righteous spirit. The brother Mike Olive from LA, GMS, uh, motivation and inspiration, or inspiration and motivation. You know what I'm saying? He said that's what, you know, that we're on a higher vibration or a higher level than these people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's why so you can just crack open the book of righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They'll come against you. You know, I know I've been quoting it a lot. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so true. And it's going to get even worse. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? As it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the second chapter, you know what I'm saying? You know, when it comes down to the wicked, when they see those whose face are shining according to wisdom, as it says in Ecclesiastes 81, uh, uh, that their spirit, that even our very faces and stuff is going to be terrifying to behold. You see, you know, or hard to behold. The scriptures talk about when it comes down to a wicked individual, they turn their face. You know what I'm saying, right? 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 And it's almost as if it's a shine. You know what I'm saying, right? Or you don't have to necessarily be wicked. you know, but it's like you can't really stare at them. It's like your eyes want to divert away from this person and whatnot and stuff. You see, you know, and it's not no, oh yeah, I'm gonna stare at you and prove, you know, that you're wrong, that you ain't righteous with who ain't, it ain't about that, you know, you know, right? Uh, you know, so you know that it ruffles the feathers. Isaiah 59:15, it says, "He that apart away from evil." It didn't say teach. It ain't say prophesy. It says, "He that depart away from evil, make his soul a prey." You see, right? So if you do, I seen it's one of the Batman movies, and I see it as a meme. And you got these little ghost things and stuff, and Batman's with Constantine, some other female superhero. And what happens is that you had like these what they call from uh, uh, what they call them they call them uh, they call them uh, 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 I forget what they call them, but pretty much Harry Potter, they look like race. You know what I'm saying, right? But pretty much when it come down to Harry Potter, he had he had you know, he got to use the spell expecto patronum or something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong, so like it for my Harry Potter fans, you know, and uh, uh, you know, they preyed upon certain individuals, dementors. That's what they was called, the dementors. And they preyed upon individuals and whatnot. And if you was like, okay, and then when it come down to Batman, they came and Constantine was like, they're quite fond of you. And it was like, this one has escaped from us plenty of times. And what do demons do? Demons prey upon, you know what I'm saying, those who seek after righteousness. You see, right? So this is Ephesians 6:11, or verse 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." It says, "But against principalities," right? Demons. And says, "Against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world." And people who are rulers of darkness, first and foremost, it'll be Esau, even the full blood and spirit of Caucasian, right? Um, you know, but you also got the other heathens as well and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because their ways is wicked. You see? Their ways are not approved of Yahweh Shema Shine stuff, because the way of holiness and stuff is only found within Israel. You see? Right? 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 So we battle against the demons that possess them because they the children of the air, children of disobedience. You see, they do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't feel bad when they do this and do that. You know, they get power of this world and whatnot and stuff, and shit, think they're a fucking god or something, man. When really they not, right? And it says of this world against spiritual wickedness in high places. You know what I'm saying? You know, and uh, uh, Scripture says that if you don't obey, uh, it's like uh, 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 if you don't obey, you know what I'm saying, you considered a witch or a warlock, and the Lord is not going to suffer these people to live not too long. You know, so if you doing righteousness, right? If you're doing righteousness to the best of your ability, you're trying to put the armor on and whatnot. Expect for the demons to be on some shit with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, expect somebody else who's not for the Lord's turn, right? Not to be on some shit with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? So this is First Peter's. It's lucky if I seem like I'm not all that clear, but it's First Peter to the 5 verse 8. And it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, adversary means to go against. You see, it says, your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. You go into that word devour, it says, to drink down, that is the goat entire, devour, drown, swallow. You know what I'm saying? You know, either to, you know, pretty much what happens around nowadays, you know, for people who have Satan on them, you know what I'm saying, to divide the righteous. Uh, uh, they're trying to threaten you, trying to get you to fall away from Yahweh Bashem Yashar, you know, and they trying to get you to give up. You see, you know, right? To be of the way of the old man instead of be transformed in the renewing of your mind, being a righteous transformer. You see, right? Right? They want us miserable. You know, the scripture says, misery, uh, 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 misery loves company. You know what I'm saying, right? But when you see got the righteousness, those who want to stay miserable in this wicked world, uh, those who want to stay miserable within this wicked world, what happens is that uh, uh, they find themselves not really being as good as they think. You see, you know, like who was it? It was an interview when they come down to Bow Wow, right? It was an interview when they come down to Bow Wow, right? And he was pretty much saying that even though he got all this money and they got him with his crib, one of his cribs and stuff, it looked like a little Disney castle, grass green, like the Crayon and Crayola box, right? And uh, uh, you know, he had a big pond right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? A nice little decent pond you could swim in, probably got some good fish in as well. And pretty much what happened was that uh, uh, he was saying that he still wasn't happy. He was miserable. But look, they got to do wicked things and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can attain, you know, some sort of peace. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they're still miserable, right? Right? Because they want to do righteousness or they want to do right according to the Lord. But in order for them to maintain the status within this society, to maintain the status within the society, they had to continue doing wickedness. And this is what makes they so miserable. So when they see somebody else and stuff, and they're going through the afflictions and whatnot, but they can still rejoice. You know what I'm saying? They can laugh. You know what I'm saying? You know, it can seem like that their life is just madness and stuff, but they can still have a smile on their face. That pisses somebody else and stuff where Satan has overcome. You see? You know? That pisses them off. You see? And then what do they seek to do? Fuck is he laughing for? You know what I'm saying? Right? So then now they're thinking about demonic things and stuff to do to somebody. You see? Right? Right? It says, verse 9, it says, whom resisteth steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So don't think that you don't, you know, you're going through this and stuff, you know, don't think you're going through this and stuff on your own. You know what I'm saying? You got other brothers and stuff that's going through it too. Remember, the majority are going to be the ones and stuff who are going to be satanic and stuff and seek evil at us. But when it comes down to us and stuff, that's when you got to really lean upon. That's when you got to really lean upon the Lord. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, look, it says Jacob thy worm, right? A worm probably got 5 hearts, but all it takes is one stump. And even King David said that my enemies and stuff are stronger than me. And what did he do? He he sought after the Lord. You know, it was an evil demon's spirit on King Saul, and it wasn't just the facts like, well, you know, I can't really shine and stuff. If he's here, King David left, But every time Saul kept hearing that King David was still alive, it's like it didn't matter if he was around or not. King David had to die and stuff in order for uh, uh, in order for King Saul and stuff, you know what I'm saying, to be at peace or be at rest. You see? And it was, you know, that envious spirit, part of that envious spirit and stuff is that he saw how the Lord was with him, you know, and you know, with David before he became king, Salaki, you know, and it really messed him up. It bothered him, you see, you know, and that's the same way when it comes down to these people who's not on the court when it comes down to how about Shemi Shai, you see, right, right. So it's a quick lesson. You know, I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Wahara Kakodash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to elect, which will to be Shalom, Wabba, Kwam, Yasharala.